boxing voice.
All right, so we're live with Roberto Garcia. Roberto, man, I just wanted to ask you how things are going, and have you heard anything? Because now that Porter lost to Kell Brook, this might change things in the welterweight division, not only for Porter and Thurman, but for you as well. Have they given you any new word as to if you're still going to be fighting Keith Thurman?
No, we haven't heard any. That kind of like, I guess, died down or whatever. You know, I don't know. I mean, they just told me some good news about, I'll say 3-4 days ago. They called me and told me I have a date, which is great. You know, I finally got a date, which is November 1st. You know, in Chicago. And no name opponent yet, but you know, I'm just glad. That doesn't matter. That's never really mattered about who I'm fighting. I'm glad I got the green light that I'm gonna be fighting, you know, and that's it, man. That's really basically all I got right now is a date. So I'm happy about that. Yeah.
Do you know the name of the venue? Is it gonna be the Pavilion there?
Yeah. As far as the UIC Pavilion.
Okay. So usually, fights that happen in Chicago take place on ESPN. Has there been any mention of network?
No. Yeah, they well, the rumor is that Showtime.
Oh, so it's is it championship boxing or Showbox?
Yeah. Well, they said like a triple header. You know.
Oh, so it might be even championship. Okay. Well, that is definitely some good news. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I was able to call. And like I told you, man, before, I want to stay up to date. I'm going to be calling you regularly. I hope I don't become a pain. But so you know, we're not going to pry into the opponent since you have no information about that. So now that you have a date, when does training camp start?
Well, the training camp, we leave from here. Me and my family, we head out to Vegas in 3 weeks. You know, so I'm gonna be in camp for 7 weeks in Vegas.
And why did you choose Vegas?
Well, that's when my trainer is now, Roberto Garcia, my head trainer. He's over there, and he relocated back to Vegas. So I follow my coach wherever he goes.
Now, do you think that the desert heat, does that do any good for you in terms of staying on weight and making weight, being out there in the climate of the dry air? Allows you to sweat any better?
Not really, man. Any condition. I trained in New Jersey for like 7 years, and it was ice cold. I always made weight. It's more about nutrition, if anything. It's not really about the weight thing. I can coat up if it's cold, or I train without a shirt in Vegas. It's so hot, you know. I just train without a shirt, and that's how I train and run, and that's not really an issue. It used to be an issue back like 5 years ago, you know, when I didn't know anything. But I got things together now, you know. You learn from your mistakes in life, but that's it, man. I got my nutrition good, and I've been making weight successfully, you know. Thank God.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions on the making weight because for those fickle boxing fans that can't remember you fighting Margarito a couple of years ago, that was at 160, I believe, and now you're fighting at 147. So how has been the transition from that weight class to, welterweight? It's a huge step down, and, not that you're an old guy, but usually as an adult it becomes harder to lose weight than it is to gain weight.
I don't mean to be honest with you, boss. I don't know what kind of answer I can give you, but what I can do is I can tell you the truth, which is I make weight easier now than I used to because I didn't know how to do it before. That was the difference. Before I would just like sweat it out. Now it's all about my nutrition. You know, my wife makes all my meals, and I have a real good meal plan, man. I got real nice supplementation, and I take my eating habits very seriously now, which is why the weight comes off good. So, like when I was younger, I didn't know how to eat weight. I would just kind of starve and things like that. But now, it comes off a lot better because the knowledge I've learned over the years. So I got tired of killing myself to make weight. So I started, I started looking into nutrition, and I got really good at it. Thank God that it actually not only helped me, but it actually helped me in the business that I opened up, is training people. I got my own personal training business,
Oh, that's wonderful. So, now that you got the weight on target, and you've made some changes in your team, and you're getting these fights regularly. Instead of being upset that it's not a big name or that you don't have a named opponent, do you instead focus on the fact that you're staying busy, fighting consistently, which only is going to add to your game, allowing you to be a better fighter? So when that shot and opportunity does come, you'll be fully ready for it. And slowly you're just making yourself into a problem at the 147-pound division.
Well, I mean, those are definitely the intentions, boss. I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm just a Texas boy trying to make it, man. That's the bottom line. I try very hard. I give it my best, and if this can bring more fortune to my home, my family, that's what I'm doing. I'll try my ass off. There's no doubt about it, and we just have the mentality, man. I mean, if we work hard and we believe in ourselves, it's not necessarily cocky. It's just confident. You believe in yourself, man. You know you can do something. You know you belong there, and I think I belong here. I believe that in my heart. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm getting. I think I've matured better mentally than I did before. I wasn't ready for these fights when I was in my 20s. But now in my 30s, I'm much healthier, I'm much better, and it's not. I mean, I'm gonna keep trucking, man, and I'm willing to go for it, man. I got nothing to lose, brother, and everything to gain, man.
Well, Roberto, like I said, man, we always thank you for your time here at theboxingvoice.com. We wish you the best. We're glad that you got a date. We'll be putting that out shortly, and if you have any social media, so our listeners, readers, and viewers could follow a little closer to your career, you could give it out at this time.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no, I was saying that, the Boxing Voice appreciates your time, and if you have any social media that you want to give out so our listeners, viewers, and readers could follow your career a little closer, you could do so at this time.
No, man, just I'm just still trying to get to that finish line, man, and, I'm not a stranger to hard work. I'm gonna try. I think that's what you gotta do in this life, man. You gotta be willing to grind it and to take the shots, man. I mean, I'm not afraid to go for it, brother. I'm not, man. And I'm gonna keep doing what I'm trying to accomplish.
Well, all right, man. Well, thank you, and we wish you the best on November 1st.
Thank you, brother. Gracias, man.
All right.
All right.
The Boxing Voice.